And this is why Razor picked his strongest side available. Italy came to play, a spirited effort from the Italians, but All Blacks get the job done, hold them out to 29-11 win. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game, who played well, who didn't, who was your man of the match. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. We'll stay on the All Blacks first. Man, I think they were shocked in the first kind of 10-15 minutes by the Italians. The intensity, the physicality shown by the Italians first up. Man, I was like, oh, they're here to play. They're here to play. I thought they disrupted All Blacks' rucks really well early on and kind of throughout the game in patches. And that really disrupted All Blacks' flow of play. I thought All Blacks were very static on attack, not running from depth or a lot of handling errors or pushing the pass or losing rucks. So get phase play going, but then on the second or third phase, lose the ball there or have a little knock on behind the ruck or throw a forward pass. I think Italy did a real good job at just being very niggly throughout the game. Massive credit to them, especially on defense, really fronting up in that regard. And I was like, man, Italy are up for this one. They were first to put points on the board. Yes, it was only a penalty, but man, they come to play. Italy definitely come to play. And that was shown by the All Blacks is respecting this, how dominant or how strongly this Italian side has come out in the first 10-15 minutes. All Blacks get a penalty early on, a kickable one, and they go for the 3 points. Don't back themselves to go for touch. We've seen in games before, especially early on in the game, that they would back themselves early on to go for touch and go for those for the tries there. They go for the 3 points. Yellow card to Scott Barrett, the croc roll. I don't like it. It wasn't a full croc roll. He luckily didn't land on the player's knee at the end, but it's not nice at all. I'm glad they're stamping down on this. So anything around that looks like a croc roll where you're grabbing around their neck and falling over like that, they're getting rid of it and penalizing these players, giving them yellow cards. It's a lazy clean out. It's an initial clean out that is missed, and then you're trying to drag the player around from there. So it's like I said, it's a non or ineffective first clean out, and then you're trying to make amends that way. Like I said, very static on attack. Not much options for ball carrier, not running from depth, not running onto the ball, not clean passes. I thought, but it's probably credit to Italy's defense. They're really numbering up and pushing up and putting All Blacks under a lot of pressure like that. Finally, the defensive line, Italy's defensive line does break, and of course it's Cam Roigard. The ball spills out behind the ruck, and man, he's so hard to defend, even when your ruck or your defensive line is structured. But when it's a bit broken like that and staggered, any half tackles he's breaking through. He's so strong through his hips, through his legs. So you can get a low tackle on him, but it has to be dominant. Otherwise, he's breaking through there, and he goes over to score. Missed opportunity from Will Jordan or Wallace Atiti. Wallace Atiti's line break, busts through. Plays Will Jordan early. Monteioane with a cross-cover tackle, try-saving tackle. Ball gets thrown back in. Monteioane jumps back up to make a second effort. And All Blacks cough the ball up there. Definitely a missed opportunity there for All Blacks. But again, credit to Italy just scrambling and scrapping for everything. But the next opportunity the All Blacks do get, death taxes and Will Jordan scoring tries. Man, strike rate has just overtaken John Olomu. So he's now 38 tries, and I think that's within 41 games, which is wild. And Lomu had 37 tries. So a huge record broken there by Will Jordan. But this was off the back of a lot better attack shape and more flow into it. Players running from depth. Options for the ball carrier. He's got that front option. He's got the out the back option. And it just looked a lot better and more fluid from the All Blacks there. You go into the second half and All Blacks under the pump from the jump here. Italy really applying a lot of pressure onto the All Blacks try line. All Blacks numbering up on defense and under the pump here caused Anton Linder-Brown to get the yellow card there. But I think both teams conceded a lot of penalties. I think at one point, I think it was at around the 65th minute mark, it was 11 conceded by the All Blacks and 12 conceded by Italy. It's a lot of penalties both ways. They do finally score late in the second half. Mark Talia goes over in the corner. Scrappy try, but still a try in the end. Beauden Barrett scores a consolation try right at the end to kind of flatter that scoreline, if you ask me. I thought Beauden Barrett was good. Kicked well off the tee. I think it was 5 from 7 or 5 from 6. Scored a try late as well. And throughout a scrappy game, kind of controlled what he could well, I thought. Jumping over to Italy, man, huge effort, massive effort. Defensively, huge effort. Getting stuck into everything, scrapped for everything. Second effort, strong ruck time, like physically up for it. Very spirited effort, but could only score 11 points. You're not scoring 11 points and beating the All Blacks. That's not happening. A lot of handling errors, coach killers, man. Early on in the first half, early on in the second half, getting opportunities to score points or to put points on the All Blacks and then coughing the ball up. And man, you only get small opportunities, especially against the All Blacks. You have to take them every single time. You have to take them, whether it's 3 points, whether it's the try. You have to turn those opportunities into points. I mean, it was, like I said, it was all Italy that first kind of 10, 15 minutes, scrapping for everything, defensively numbering up, getting up in All Blacks' faces and causing All Blacks to make a lot of errors. I thought Minocello was fantastic for Italy. He's defensively in this game, man, one of the best. Strong over the ball. He's like having another flanker on the team. So really strong over the ball, disrupted All Blacks rucks out wide, especially those isolated rucks. And defensively really good, strong one-on-one tackles. And then with ball in hand, scored that late try. And just getting around the park really well. I thought his connection with Brex, obviously it runs deeper than international. They play together for Benetton in the URC, and it shows on the international stage as well. That chemistry really working well for them. Montiuane's try-saving tackle, second efforts again. So there's a line break. He turned around, scrambled for that, tackled Will Jordan, got up and made the tackle on Satiti as well. And huge efforts then. I think with regards to that, Italy can be very proud with their performance here. Yes, didn't get the win, only scored 11 points, but when it comes to those second efforts and staying in the fight and getting up and going again, they can be very proud of their efforts here. Like handling errors definitely cost them. They seem to, it looks like they're going to get some momentum or get a roll on, but then cough the ball up or lose the ball behind the ruck, or lose a ruck, like an isolated ruck gets turned over. And it really just, you really find it hard to gain any momentum or cohesion in your attack when you're only being able to play one or two phases. Really, it's hard then to build that momentum. Angie Koporso for me is, man, I'm like, he's a man crush. He's my my rugby man crush for sure. Just love his ability to be able to like size up what's in front of him and then just bang, takes off. A few line breaks he did there and can break defenses kind of from anywhere on the field. He's a gun for Italy. Man, a spirited effort from Italy, did not enough in the end to get the job done. New Zealand rounded out 29-11. Who played well for you? Who didn't? Who was your man of the match? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.